Life is so unpredictable, one can understand this from the recent tragic airline accident in India. The Flight AE171, a Boeing 747, was scheduled to fly from Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, to London at around 1:38 a.m. It was carrying about 260 people, including passengers and crew. Just after takeoff, the plane had reached an altitude of 625 feet when suddenly the engine stopped functioning. The pilot signaled an emergency to the control tower, and during this time the plane began descending at a rate of 475 feet per minute. The plane lost contact with the control tower and crashed into a building that was a hostel for doctors in the nearby residential area of Meghaninagar. It was a tragic twist of fate for the passengers. It's extremely rare for a plane to crash immediately after takeoff, and in such cases the chances of survival are nearly zero, as the plane is fully fueled, leading to a massive explosion. The explosion was so intense that everything inside was burnt to ashes. The blast was so devastating that relatives of the victims are having to undergo DNA testing to help identify the remains. Before the crash, the plane's tail got stuck in a tall building and broke apart, after which the front portion fell into the hostel building. Around 50 to 60 doctors present in the hostel were also killed in the tragedy. No one survived the crash except for a 40-year-old man named Vishwas Kumar. According to him, moments before the crash, he opened the emergency exit and jumped out. Despite being injured, he managed to escape. His seat number was 11A, which was located near the emergency exit, and he had exchanged his original seat for this one. He claims that just seconds before the crash, he managed to jump out through the emergency exit, which ultimately saved his life. If true, this is nothing short of a miracle. However, there are doubts about this part of the story. We know that in such accidents, the response time is extremely short. Maybe due to shock, he is unable to describe the exact sequence of events clearly. His interview was conducted from his hospital bed, and it's possible that he wasn't fully conscious or mentally stable at the time. Therefore, it would be wise to wait for his full recovery before drawing conclusions. Another story is of Bomi Chauhan, a young woman who missed the flight by just 10 minutes. She was supposed to take the same flight, but didn't receive a boarding pass because she arrived late. The boarding gate typically closes by 12:10, but she reached around 12:20, just 10 minutes too late, and was denied entry. That delay saved her life. This tragic accident caused countless people to lose their loved ones. We can't even begin to understand their grief, sorrow, and pain. Beyond religion or belief, humanity comes first. Every human life is precious. But this is not about just one or two individuals. There were 241 passengers on board, and with crew, the total came to 260. Additionally, around 50 doctors died in the hostel. All these people were helpless in the face of sudden death. Among the victims were approximately 53 British nationals. In this time of sorrow, our sympathies are with the relatives of the victims. May God grant them patience and strength. Here is the final video of two British tourists happily saying goodbye to India. Goodbye, India. One mother, after years of waiting, was traveling to London to meet her daughter for the first time. She sent this video to her daughter, not knowing it would be her last. Another selfie was taken by Pratik Joshi with his family. He had quit his job and was moving to London with dreams of a better future for his children. But he had no idea this would be the final journey of his life. The children's smiling faces bring tears to the eyes. One girl was traveling to meet her husband in London, whom she had married just 5 months earlier. Her last selfie was taken with her father. Former Indian CM Vijayabhai Rupani was also on the flight. Every passenger likely had their own unique story that we may never know. Someone's wife, someone's husband, someone's mother, someone's son was on that flight. Now their loved ones will forever be waiting. Captain Sumit Sabarwal, who had 8,200 hours of flight experience, gave his final words as he faced death. He used the aviation code Mayday, which signals a major emergency to alert air traffic control. His last words were, "The plane has no thrust," meaning it was losing power and could no longer stay aloft. These words were spoken while the plane was rapidly descending before crashing into a residential building. The scene after the crash was horrific and heartbreaking. For example, here are photos of the passengers' luggage. According to the latest reports, the plane's black box has been recovered. Further analysis of the black box will reveal the real cause of the crash. As for now, only theories exist. Some pilots believe it's possible a bird strike may have caused engine failure. However, video footage of the crash does not show any smoke coming from the engine, which makes this theory seem illogical. Another possible cause could be a malfunction in the flaps, which help the plane take off and land properly. If they fail to operate correctly, the plane may be unable to gain sufficient lift. A third possible cause could be an internal technical issue. A passenger's video went viral in which he complained about the poor condition of the aircraft. The air conditioning wasn't working, the screens were dead, the call button didn't respond, and the staff was uncooperative. In the video, he says, "This AC is not working. Look at everyone. So many people. Where are you? You are using these magazines. AC is not working at all. And as usual, your TV screens are also not working. This button, nothing is working. Not even the light is working. Just what are you providing?" And as usual, that is why Air India is considered one of the worst. After the crash, some Air India staff members took to social media, claiming that this plane had repeatedly been flagged as unsafe, yet it continued flying, ignoring safety standards. The truth of these claims will only be known after the investigation is completed. Boeing's stock dropped by more than 15% following the incident. In the US too, there have been repeated concerns about Boeing's 747 designs, claiming that critical safety features are often neglected. Boeing has allegedly compromised on safety to reduce manufacturing costs and increase profits. The Tata Group, which owns Air India, announced Rs 1 crore in aid for the families of the deceased. But the question remains, what will happen to those who lost their entire families in this accident? One of the most heartbreaking aspects is that, according to witnesses, when the hostel caught fire, people around were busy filming videos instead of helping the injured. Many lives could have been saved if people had come forward to help instead of just making videos. It's hard to understand where their humanity went. One person said, "There was heavy smoke. We parked our bike nearby. 7 to 8 people jumped from the floor behind us. There was intense fire. ACs were blasting. We tried to save 2 children but couldn't. I took them to the hospital, but the doctor said sorry. One child was about 8 or 9, the other about 10 or 11. We couldn't save them. But overall, people were busy making videos. What are they going to do with those videos? I don't understand. When they didn't help, what's the use of the video?" The real cause of this tragic accident will only be known once the black box is analyzed and the evidence from the crash site is compiled into a final report. Until then, it would be premature to speculate. Such a massive disaster may force the aviation industry to reevaluate its safety standards. But one thing is certain, 2025 has been one of the worst years for the airline industry. One accident after another has shattered people's trust in what was once considered the safest mode of travel. This incident has also taught us never to take life for granted. Death can come at any moment. If you have wronged someone, hurt someone's feelings, or are upset with someone, make amends as soon as possible. No one knows what the next moment holds, whether one is traveling or just sitting safely at home. Death can come anytime, anywhere. We must always be prepared. May God protect us and our loved ones from such tragic disasters. Mian, what are your thoughts on this video? Please share your valuable opinion in the comments section. Thanks for watching this video.